Crystal Palace are the first side in Premier League history to go 10 away games without scoring. Alan Pardew praised the endeavour and organisation of his players as his first match as West Bromwich Albion manager ended in a goalless draw with Crystal Palace, who moved off the foot of the Premier League. Pardew's new side had the better chances in a match he said they boast against the club that sacked him last Christmas after a poor run of form. Rob Sonkanu and Jay Rodriguez had the best of them, but could only force Palace goalkeeper Julian Speroni into routine saves, while Joel Ward's block stopped Sam Field. Speroni was only called into the team when Wayne Hennessy was injured. In the warm-up, "If we work like that every week, he'll be pleased," said Pardew. "We lacked a bit around the box, but in terms of effort, we were very good. We bossed the game, except for one spell. The Eagles' best chance fell to Christian Benteke, who had a shot tipped behind by Ben Foster after skipping past three Baggies players. While a point moves Palace up the table, they have now gone a Premier League record 10 away games without scoring." Positives for Pardew. There must have been a wry smile on Pardew's face when he realised who he would face in his first match as West Brom boss. The 56-year-old was sacked by Palace 345 days ago, but returned to work on Wednesday, replacing Tony Pulis at the Hawthorns on a deal until 2020. His predecessor was dismissed after 10 games without victory, a run that has stretched to 13 with this result in 2 games overseen by caretaker Gary Megson. "Some composure and we might have won," added Pardew. "We were really good in the second half. I'm looking forward to working with the guys." West Brom bossed game against Palace. Pardew. While the Baggies stay 17th in the table, one place above their opponents, there were positives to be taken. In defense, they arrested a run of 10 games without a clean sheet, and created plenty of opportunities at the other end. The latter was facilitated by a more attacking lineup, switching from 5 at the back to 433, with Rob Sonkanu, Rodriguez and Solomon Rondon the focal points. And the Venezuelan Rondon could have won it at the end had he not headed wide with the goal at his mercy. And also for Hodgson, given that they have been bottom of the table since the opening day, Palace will settle for this imperfect point, which takes them up to 18th. Roy Hodgson's side had to contend with a far from ideal build-up that consisted of a delayed train illness to stop Dan and Hennessy's injury in the warm-up. "The scenario couldn't have been much worse," said Hodgson. "But I'm really pleased with the way we played, and it was a well-deserved and valuable point." Hodgson happy with draw after eventful match build-up. "We were lucky nothing happened to Julian Speroni, as we don't know who'd have played in goal." Wayne's back went into spasm. "It's not the first time it's happened. We're not blessed with back spasms. We had Ruben Loftus-Cheek too. But it did not stop them securing a second successive away clean sheet in the Premier League for the first time since January 2015, and perhaps accounted for their willingness to settle for a point as time ticked on. On a day of reunions, Hodgson returned to the Hawthorns as an opposing manager for the first time since leaving for the England job in 2012. His 14-month tenure saw him steer them away from relegation before delivering a 10th-place finish a year later. Of the warm reception he received, Hodgson said to get that reception as an away manager was touching. "I'm really grateful for it. It put the biggest smile on my face for a long time. The gap to a position of safety stays at 3 points. But this result, coupled with the midweek draw at Brighton, should give Hodgson plenty of heart." Man of the match Julian Speroni. Crystal Palace drafted in after Wayne Hennessy was injured in the warm-up. Speroni made 7 saves. Unwanted history for Palace. The stats. Pardew became the 5th manager to take charge of at least 5 different Premier League clubs. He has won 3 and drawn 2 of his opening games with his 5 sides. Palace are the first Premier League team to fail to score in 10 consecutive away games. D2. L8. The Eagles are the first English top-flight team to go 10 away games in a row without a goal since Manchester City in 1950. 12 games. West Brom attempted 20 shots, their highest shot tally in a Premier League game since December 2015 against Newcastle. 22. Palace have kept consecutive away Premier League clean sheets for the first time since January 2015. The Baggies have taken 32 points from their 34 Premier League games in 2017. W7D11L16, the fewest total of any Premier League side to appear in the past 2 seasons. What's next? Alan Pardew's second game as West Brom boss sees the Baggies go to Swansea on Saturday the 9th of December 1500 GMT. On the same afternoon, Palace entertain Bournemouth at Selhurst Park, also 1500 GMT.